Hello queens. I'm back at y'all with another video, and today I'm going to be showing y'all how I created this glitter cut crease look, and we're jumping straight into the video. I'm starting this off by cleaning my client's face. Now that her face is all clean, I'm just going to start working on her eyebrows, and I'm filling them in using my Nicka K brow pencil. I'm pretty sure this one is in the shade black. And when it comes to outlining the brows, I like to extend the front of them just because I feel like it helps me create more of the ombre effect. If that's something that you don't like to do, then you don't have to do it, but this is just the way that I love to do my clients' brows. Once I'm finished outlining this brow, I'm just going to go ahead and outline the other one. I like to get them both drawn out first just so I can make sure that the shape is as symmetrical as possible. And once I have them both outlined, I'm going to begin filling them in. Once I've made my way to the front of the brows, I'm going to start doing upward hair-like strokes. This is also going to help with the ombre effect. And once I feel like I have them filled in enough, I'm going to take the spoolie end of my pencil and blend everything out. To lay down her brow hairs, I'm going in with a generous amount of my I.envy clear eyelash glue, and I'm going to mold the hairs down in place using the spoolie end of my pencil. To clean up my client's eyebrows, I'm going to be going in with these two Nicka K concealers, and they're in the shades 06 and number 12. First, I'm going in with the shade 06, and I'm going to be using it to clean up underneath her arch. Now to clean up the remainder of the way, I'm just going to be going in with the shade number 12. For an eyeshadow base, I'm going to be going in with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade White. If you cannot find the shade White, you can always use the shade Fair Rose, and your look should come out very similar. But as I've told y'all in other videos, if you are going to use this product, please work one eye at a time, because it does dry very fast, and once it's dry, you will not be able to blend it out. Before I move on to the eyeshadow, I'm going in with some of my Dermablend Translucent powder, and I'm going to be using this to lighten up the front of her eyebrows, and I'm also going to be using it to set some of the concealer around her brows in place. To start this eyeshadow look off, I'm going to be going in with this deep plum colored eyeshadow, and I'm going to be applying this right into her crease. Since we are doing a cut crease, you want to make sure that you bring all of those eyeshadows up towards the front of her eye. The next shade that I'm going in with is like this red orange type of shade. It looks orange on camera, but it's going to show up red on her eye, and I apologize for this angle, y'all. I accidentally turned my camera, but I'm going to fix it back. So just bear with me for a while. But as you can see, I'm just blending that shade out above the edges of the first shade that we used. Now I'm just going to alternate between the two shades so I can create a nice seamless blend. To cut her crease, I'm going to be going back in with some of my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I'm going back in with those first two shades that we used, and I'm using them to blend out the edges of her cut crease. Now I'm going in with this yellow shade, and I'm just going to apply it in the inner corners of her cut crease. To follow behind that yellow shade, I'm going in with this mint green colored eyeshadow. This comes from my Bperfect Carnival XL palette, and I'm just going to pat this in the center of her cut crease. To close off the end of her cut crease, I mixed together a royal blue shade and a purple shade, and I'm just going to blend the two colors into each other. As y'all can see, this is a very colorful look, and I think I used about 3 different palettes to create this look. I'm gonna have them all listed in the description box down below. But now I'm going in with my KolorMeHappi water activated liner, and as you can see, there are 2 different tones of blue, and I just mixed them together to create the color that I wanted. So as y'all can see, I'm just creating a wing eyeliner, and to draw it on, I'm using an applicator from another liquid liner that I used to have. As I was creating the wing, y'all, something in me just still was not satisfied with this look. So I decided to go ahead and add an accent line at the end of her cut crease, and I connected it to the edge of her wing. Once I'm finished drawing on her accent lines, this is what the eyes are looking like, and if you would like to leave them like this, you can, but y'all know I love to take it up a notch. So I'm taking this chunky blue glitter from the makeup plug, and I'm going to be gluing this onto her lines. I went ahead and applied the adhesive off camera, and for the glue, I used my I.envy clear eyelash glue. Once I finished adding the glitter to her accent lines, I felt like I needed to add some to her cut crease. So I'm going in with my adhesive now, and I'm going to be using my S.h.e NewYork glitter. This is in the shade Diamond, and I'm just going to be pressing this onto her cut crease. As I finished up on her eyes, I felt like I had added too much glitter to one of them, so I decided to go in with some tape, and I'm using it to remove the glitter on the edge. I really didn't want it on the purple part, and now I'm going back in with the eyeshadow to blend everything back into place. And once I'm finished with that, that'll be the completed look for the eyes. And we're moving on to the face. To moisturize her face, I'm going in with my Pond's moisturizer, and I like to apply a pretty generous amount, and I blend it out using my damp Real Technique sponge. To prime her face, I'm going to be going in with my e.l.f. Matte Poreless Putty Primer, and I'm just working this into her skin using my Real Technique sponge. And once I have that all blended in, I'm going in with my Nicka K concealer in the shade number 12, and I'm using it to color correct and conceal around her face. For her foundation, I'm going in with my Fit Me foundation, and it's in the shade Nutmeg. To conceal around her face, I'm going in with my Nicka K concealer in the shade 06. I'm going to blend that concealer out using the same brush that I used to blend out her foundation, just to create a nice seamless blend. I'm going to allow some of the concealer to sit on her face a little longer and move on to contour. So I'm going to start by contouring her nose, and I'm using my Juvia's Place foundation stick. The shade name will be in the description box. I'm going to take some of that foundation stick on this dense foundation brush, and I'm going to use it to sculpt out her face. Now that her face has been contoured, I'm going to go ahead and blend out the concealer underneath her eyes. To set the concealer in place, I'm going in with my Morphe loose powder, and it's in the shade Banana Rich. To bronze up her face, I'm going in with my Black Radiance Pressed Powder, and it's in the shade Black Coffee. I'm going in with another Black Radiance Pressed Powder. This one is in the shade Rich Mahogany, and I'm using it to set the remaining areas of her face. I'm going in with some black eyeshadow on an angled brush, and I'm using it to line about halfway onto her waterline. Now I'm going back in with that foundation brush, and I'm using it to dust away all of the powder. I'm going to spray her face down with some setting spray, and then I'm going to move on to lashes. While the lashes are drying, I'm going to go ahead and highlight her face. I'm going in with my Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation, and I'm using it to line her lips. I'm going in with this nude lip gloss. I believe it's from the brand S.h.e, and I'm applying this to her lips using this disposable lip wand. I'm just going to focus it in the center of her lips, and I'm going to have her press her lips out together to help me blend it into the liner. Once I'm finished blending out her lips, that'll be the finished look, and we'll be getting into the grand reveal. So I'm gonna let y'all watch.
Okay, ready to see?
Oh yes. Oh yes, this is beautiful. Oh, I love it.
I don't think we ever did anything that before.
But I love it though. You always do my makeup good.
Thank you.
Always. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, queens, we've made it to the end of the video, and as y'all can see by my client's reaction, this tutorial was another success. I think this look came out absolutely amazing. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all also go follow me on Instagram so you don't miss any of my content, and stay tuned for my next one. Bye bye, queens.